Hello everyone! About a year ago I reviewed Xreal Air's very first generation, the one that came to US, and I was pretty blown away. I really liked it, I enjoyed it, and I use it as my pretty much daily device for my gaming, especially on my Steam Deck. I highly recommend it to all of my friends as a must-have device if you own a Steam Deck, to be honest, because in my opinion it is. However, recently there's been a development. Right here, and that's not the same, although they might look like, I have Xreal Air 2. As you can see, they look pretty much identical. I bet you're not gonna be able even really to tell the difference if you see them, you know, just even side by side. You cannot really tell the difference, but the difference is huge. And I would like to discuss that with you right now. Let's dive in. Now, honestly, this is a good news. Doesn't matter if you're interested in a second generation or in the first one, because even if you're only interested in the first generation, first of all, it's still amazing. Second of all, it's now cheaper. I'm not gonna really actually comment on the price because it depends on the sales. Like I know they have sales on a Black Friday if you're able to still get that, and I'm pretty sure around the Christmas there will be more sales, so shop around, but it's cheaper now. It used to be $399, now it's cheaper, at least like $50 cheaper or so, and it is also available on Amazon, so shop around for a good deal, and I'm pretty sure you can save quite a bit of money in this. Amazing device. However, today I mostly want to concentrate on what is the difference. Why is this worth now $399, so essentially, you know, $50 or so more than first generation? What is the difference and who is it targeted to? And although when I show it to you like this, you probably cannot spot the difference. You don't even probably know which one is the second generation, which one is the first. And I can show it to you all day long and I doubt you will be able to tell. However, me holding them just like this, I know in which hand I'm holding the second generation and which one I hold in the first one. And the answer is simple, how can I do it, is the weight. So this is the second generation and I can feel the difference. No, it's not half the weight, but it's much lighter. I can feel the difference, and your face and your nose will definitely say thank you to you because it actually feels lighter. It's only on paper 20 grams, I believe, but it does make a difference. I know it doesn't sound like it. I was very skeptical myself, but when I put them on, I'm like, yeah, I can feel the difference. It's a good difference. It definitely makes a differentiation point between the previous one. The next one is not really targeted for me because I practically always use it only with the headphones. However, you know, different situations, different use cases. This one has now improved sound. Right on top, there is an extra sound speaker, and in addition to already existing ones on the bottom. So the first generation only had those on the bottom, and honestly the sound quality is pretty good, but this one's just taking it a notch better, and it's a little bit improved bass, a little bit better, you know, deeper tones, so it's pretty nice. Now, also on paper, the screen itself improved. It's a slightly next generation of actual OLED panels. It is a little bit brighter at the maximum, so it's 500 nit versus previous generation 400 nit, and it will be matter for the people who intend to use it in a very bright scenarios, like in the park. You know, if you like somewhere spending a lot of time outside and that's where you actually consume your media or you play your games, you know, if it's somewhere in a very bright condition or you have a very large windows in your home and you don't really have a lot of curtains, I don't know, then that would actually matter. So it's pretty good visible change. It's pretty good upgrade in brightness. So you will feel this difference for sure as well. Now, in addition to all that, there's also Air 2 Pro model being released along with this, with only one difference is it has, for this looks like a sunglasses, right? So, and this front glass on a Pro version is electrochromatic, basically glass that you can control the dimming. It has three settings. It has 0%, it has 35%, and it has 100%. So basically, it's sort of like electric version of that blackout plastic cover. It's just you don't have to carry the blackout cover, and it's sort of like serves the same exact purpose, just obviously it's not gonna block out entire light, it's still some gonna go through, but it's still gonna look like, you know, your normal glasses, you're still gonna look normal, and you can adjust a little bit, you know, if you want to 35% or you want to go all the way to 100. You have that ability. That costs another extra $50 compared to normal Air 2s. For me personally, I did not pick that option. I'm not sure it's just worth for me. I don't know, usually I'm indoors and this is very bright. People do not realize how bright it gets, and honestly for me the bigger concern, even the lower brightness is more important, because when I play at night or when I consume some media like, you know, Netflix, YouTube, I want it to be not very bright. When my wife's asleep, you know, I don't want also a lot of light in my eyes, like blasting me. So I usually, actually at night, I watch it in the lowest brightness. So the highest brightness is not necessarily the biggest selling point to me, but it's nice to have, right? I mean, you're on an airplane, it's pretty bright, you're flying during the day, that's kind of important. All right, next thing is, not a lot of people talk about it, but this is a complete game changer for me personally. I'm a glass wearer all the time. I have 4 eyes, as you can see. So for me, ability to wear something on my face practically all day long is insanely important. And the huge difference between the first generation and second generation is the nose pads. The nose pads on the second generation are extremely improved. They are so much better. They soft, they have like space inside to kind of like bounce a little bit. While the first generation, although they're made out of soft material, but they're pretty flat. So as soon as they hit your nose ridge, they pretty much pushing into it. So in addition to this, now add a little bit of extra weight, which 20 grams, again, doesn't sound like much, but believe me, you can tell the difference. And with first generation glasses, if I wear it for extended period of time, an hour-ish or anything more than that, which is not that common at all for me, because I really like them, they're starting to slide over from my nose, and they're starting to kind of hurt a little bit, you know, around the nose. It's just not that comfortable. It's not extremely comfortable. With these ones, the first thing I noticed as soon as I wore them, I was like, whoa, that feels like cloud on my nose. It felt amazing and I really liked it, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I play Baldur's Gate 3 for like hours at the time, and this is my go-to device. Now, let's talk about other, maybe not so important things, but I think everything matters, you know. You pay for, you know, a good device, you pay a good amount of money, you expect something decent all around the packaging, right? So there's the packaging. This is the first generation, this is the second, and honestly, I think they took it up a notch. So the first one, honestly, I was very impressed. This is a great quality, it feels very luxurious, and it's just nice. I mean, there's no question about it. However, the second generation, it just straight up feels like luxurious. There's no other way to say it. This is a very hard shell, but it's wrapped in some like very nice, sort of like a fake leather. I don't think it's a real one, which is good by me, but it feels very good. And inside there's sort of like Alcantara wrapped all around, and it feels very good. And it's a very hard shell, so if you put your glasses inside, you can just toss them in your backpack, in your purse, whatever you want to carry, they will not get damaged. Very, very good case, come with it, with both Pro model, base model, doesn't matter. So I'm really impressed with this. I mean, this company is doing really good things with packaging. I'm really impressed with that. Now, let's talk about something else that also improved. I mean, I keep saying like also this, also that they improved a lot. So this is the first generation cover for the glasses. As you can see, there's not much to it. You know, it's just a cover you put on top of those glasses. If you're in a situation where you want to black out the light entirely, like you don't care about your surroundings, you just want to immerse into whatever you're doing and just forget about everything else. This is it. This is what you do. You just clap them on and that's it. They were a little bit questionable. First of all, there's not a lot to grab onto. As you can see, it's very, very slim. So you basically force it on and they stay by this side pieces of plastic. They just like jam in. So it's fine. It does the job. I practically never use them because like I mentioned to you before, I feel like it's pretty much too bright. I don't have a need to make it to block out the everywhere else and make it even brighter. However, what they did with the second version is kind of cool and I like it a lot. So this is the second version. First of all, they look a little bit more like an actual sunglasses. As you can see, they added elements that looks not just flat like in the first version, but they actually made it look like a sunglasses. I get it. Probably most people don't care. It's like such a nuanced detail. Who cares? That's true, sure. But look at this. On the bottom part, this cover designed to block out a lot of light from the bottom. So it actually works. When you put this on, you're not only blocking direct light everywhere like in front of you, but also from underneath, because your glasses, you always have space under your glasses. Like even my normal glasses, you can see, I can always, there's light coming under. It's normal, that's how they designed to. But with this, when you put them on, it blocks everything. Obviously there's a little bit, tiny bit of a space on the sides, but this improves like the immersiveness, the blockout, by one more level for sure. So again, great step up, amazing. Last but not least improvement is their glass inserts. So they actually, this is the second generation, they quite a bit smaller, they way more delicate if you will, which I like, and I think this design is really improved. It's just, it looks very like defined. Also, great news for constant glass wearer like me, the previous design, that's what I did with mine, the previous design can be also inserted in a new one. Is a fully compatible, backwards compatible. So, by the way, my lenses, I just used them from my old glasses, made little holes to attach to actual nose piece, and that's it. I didn't even do it properly, which now Xreal have a bunch of companies actually partner with them, so you can just have your prescription sent to them and they will insert those lenses in a special insert. It made everything for you and it would look the way it should, not like mine. But I don't know, I just didn't care. I had extra glasses that I never used, so I decided why not just me use them and pay nothing, because nothing is always better than something. So I did that. And to wrap up, right now, this is what they achieved altogether. It's a better video quality. By the way, very important about video quality. I was one of those people who complained a little bit, quite a lot actually, about red colors in the first generation. I'm not sure what was causing it. Maybe it was a software, maybe it was hardware, I don't know. But the saturation of red colors was a little bit too intense. So if you played some game where red were like dominant color, like I don't know, Diablo or maybe even Baldur's Gate, it were a little bit too much in your face. The red was just too prominent compared to other colors and it was kind of distracting. Again, I'm not sure, I'm not gonna try to pretend that I understand why that was happening, but it's not happening anymore. The color, like saturations, all the like properties are absolutely spot on. It's like you watching it on amazing quality OLED screen with extremely deep blacks and with very colorful saturation of every other color. So it's very bright, it could be fairly dim at night if you want to, and it's just amazing. To summarize, they improved every single little bit of those glasses without making pretty much any design changes at all. But here's my point to this. Why improve something that's pretty much perfect? I see no point. I can wear this in a public space and nobody will give me a second look. Well, at least not because of the glasses. So I think they look great. I'm comfortable wearing them at home. Now they're very convenient to use for much longer periods of time with the proper colors, with a very good saturations of red and everything. They feel amazing. I like that. So big thanks to team at Xreal. Please keep doing exactly what you're doing. I also have another video coming up on Beam, which is a device that's sort of like a brain for these glasses, which I have some big news for you on this coming up as well. They've not been just sleeping on the device, they're actually working very hard, and there's a big news coming up. So stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.